time, councillors. It gives me great pleasure to present the 2017-18 budget for the Tablelands Regional Council. The budget itself is more than figures and commitments. It is a strategic change of direction for how we maintain expectations on service levels while transitioning to focus on sustainable development and a growth of becoming an enterprising organisation and region. This includes investing in the future of the Tablelands, growing opportunities and businesses while providing a high-quality living environment that will attract and retain a talented workforce. Within our first year of office, we focused on a complete review of the organisation with some significant changes implemented, such as an equitable approach for water usage and charges, an analysis of all assets for improved management, the adoption of a single planning scheme for the region, and a change to the organisational structure and leadership team to drive and implement our strategic direction and key priorities as outlined in a recently adopted Corporate Plan 2017-2021. I consider the year ahead is an exciting time for this organisation and the Tablelands community. The 2017-18 budget shows a strong investment into the future, including the employment of 10 trainees, additional resources for asset management, communications and engagement, regional economic development and enterprise, plus weed eradication and community development. This then will have flow-on effects across all communities within the Tableland region. We will be driving signature projects in the area of economic development, population growth, developing communities and Council 2050. We are and will continue to be a prudent council, and we will manage our resources and assets effectively. The budget is carefully considered and decisions are made based on strategic alignment of the budget to our vision and corporate plan. We have adopted key principles which inform our budget process. They are transparent and logical, innovative, agile, ambitious, socially responsible, evidence-based and aspirational. We are taking the lead in driving and shaping the future of the region, focusing on the key priority areas of strong economies, vibrant communities, smart centres, and towards Council 2050. As elected members, we are looking beyond our 4-year term in local government and considering how we can assist in making lasting changes to how people live, work, and invest in the Tablelands region. Our revenue is predominantly based on rates and charges, and we envisage significantly growing our income via grants and enterprise over the next 5 years. We are providing appropriate resourcing to achieve this. To have better long-term sustainability, we need to increase alternative revenue streams and to ensure that we are able to leverage new resources. Asset management is a key component of our budget. TRC manages assets to the approximate value of $700 million, including an extensive road network of over 1,800 kilometres. We adopted a framework for assets management in 2017 and are now developing critical assessment strategies and asset plans to manage our assets. Not letting our assets deteriorate is critical. There has been long-term neglect of some of our community assets to the point of disrepair, and Evelyn Hall is just a recent example of this. We need to ensure that the assets which we maintain are required and utilised. It does not make sense to retain and repair ageing infrastructure that has outlived its purpose. In addition to the $58.5 million operational budget, Council will spend over $27 million for capital works. This includes $7.6 million for roads, $4.7 million for the Herberton water supply upgrade, $3.2 million for bridges, $2.1 million for the fleet renewal, $2 million for region-wide investment in water services, $1.3 million for refurbishment of our council buildings, $1.1 million for region-wide investment in wastewater services, $1.1 million for waste services, and $1.1 million for the Ravenshoe wastewater treatment plant. Council is looking to develop key projects for the region, including integrated health and community precincts, economic development initiatives, and Stage 1 of Prize Creek. This is to enable community and vibrancy in our town and retail centres. Our wastewater and water network will have an in-depth review, including an extensive assessment of the wastewater pipe network, hydraulic modelling of the water and wastewater schemes, and assessment of our integrated water supply schemes for improved long-term service delivery. We will roll out region-wide wastewater charging, eliminating the historical inadequacies based on the pre-amalgamation fees and charges that were in place. We will continue to support vibrant communities through the Communities Grants Program, such as the Regional Arts Development Fund and the Economic Development Fund. A region-wide event strategy will be developed and appropriate support provided to enable the continuation of a diverse annual calendar of events. The 2017-18 budget includes an overall total rate and charges increase of 4.04%. This includes a 2.7% increase in water charges, 2% increase for sewage charges, and 2.8% increase for waste charges. Rural and regional councils such as TRC struggle to raise funds from their population areas. There is clear correlation between the population of a local government area and the amount of own source revenue that council raises. There are also obvious limitations on council's ability to implement full user pays principle on services, particularly for some public goods. Affordability is a key consideration for council when looking at any increases in rates and charges. The budget shows a forecast deficit of $3.6 million, which is made up of $1.7 million for Works for Queensland initiatives carried over from the 2016-17 financial year, and a $1.9 million investment into future focus initiatives, including additional resources in the key priority areas. We are investing in the future of the Tablelands and investigating ways to make council more financially sustainable. There will be revenue, alternative income and other efficiencies to be gained in this process, which will have flow-on effects in the next 3 years. Additionally, council accepts that there are some investments in social outcomes that do not bring economic returns, but must be undertaken for the public good. But overall, sustainability over the long term is critical. We will maintain a relatively low borrowing ratio, with $2.8 million borrowed this financial year for the Herberton Water Supply Scheme upgrade. The 2017-18 budget demonstrates that Tablelands Regional Council is an innovative council on the front foot and ready for change. It provides a responsible fiscal management, a strategic approach to asset management and service delivery models, and takes the appropriate steps to provide future enhancements for our region. Thank you.